See, this can be a problem. I went through this. You get to where you start to, it's like a mixture between you're horny, right? Because you're preserving your energy, but it's not just that. That would be incomplete. It's also that when you're preserving your semen, you're starting to perceive the female, the essence of the female. You're starting, and that's attractive. That's much more attractive than just how she looks, what she's wearing, what her breast size is, everything else. You see, that's like secondary. But the real attraction is the essence of the woman. You start to realize that. You start to see that. You may not know that's what you're seeing, but that's what you're seeing. And that's why I used to, like when I started this, especially in my 20s, man, I could feel attracted to just women, period. Little girls, teens, adults, old people, especially if the women, I remember, I was at a plant medicine ceremony in Peru. We were doing combo, frog poison. It's when they burn your skin and then they inject this frog poison in you that stimulates your immune system and strong stuff. So I was in this group and there was this woman from Israel. It was an Israeli. She was like, God, I want to say 70. I really do. She was, I was going to say 68, but no, I really think she was 70. Man, I was so attracted to her. I was just attracted to her. She's been on the planet long enough to where she is matured. She don't play games anymore. See, she's not trying to work you and, all the stuff we do when we're younger. Like, she's not doing that. She was just pure woman. And she was radiating this female energy, this essence. And that was super attractive to me. That's what I was feeding on. That's what I liked, that energy, that female vibration, you see? So when you start picking up on that, it can feel intense. You can, you might just can't stop looking at a girl. But it's like a different look. It's not like before when you're doing PMO and you're just objectifying them and putting them in your fantasies of what you want to do. No, it's more like you can be captivated by you're seeing the female energy in its raw, pure form. Why? Because you have the eyes to see it now. There's been a shift, an orientation in the way you perceive things, and your consciousness has shifted, so you're perceiving things more pure, and that can feel like a radical shift because you're not used to it. So therefore, the mind can be like, "Damn, what's happening here?" Now, some of you see, this is the thing, man. There's some of you say and write and probably think right now, but like, man, I'm not even attracted to girls at all. I just started. I got a month streak or longer or whatever or shorter, and I don't even want to I'm not even, like, my equipment's not aroused, period. I'm not interested in looking at girls. I lost my libido forever. This is what the mind will say. You better do some PMO to stimulate yourself. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. All this nonsense we hear that ignorant people share, because they're misnomers. It's not true. That stuff is not true. I know somebody personally who had a lot of trouble in the impotent department, and that's no longer a problem. The problem now is it's too much activated, okay? This is the reality. This is what happens. So when people or your own mind tells you otherwise, just don't believe it. It's simple like that. It's like if you run into some hardcore conspiracy theorists, and they start telling you you need to go in you need to build an underground bunker right now, and you need to stay in there because it's coming. You say, what's coming? Trust me, it's coming. What are you going to do? You're going to start worrying? No, maybe something's coming. or you're just going to live your life. You can feel intuitively, you can discern if there's something that requires you giving it attention or not. This is what I'm saying. So when the people or your own mind start telling you like that by doing semen retention, it's somehow going to make your equipment not function as good, that's just nonsense. You just recognize it. That's all. You just don't worry about it. And it's grace. It's grace that's giving you this period of like chill. It's like you're not so aroused for a while. Isn't that nice? Enjoy that. It's like a vacation from the sexual instinct. It's like a bonus, like a boon that the universe is giving you for trying to embark on this. See, he's got it because it's coming later. Now this is coming. This thing up here, whatever, what I was talking before, I don't know about that. But what is coming is this sexual instinct is going to get ramped up again. All right, and then you're not going to lose your functioning. You're going to be asking like, what can I do to calm it down? Isn't it? It's so common sense. If you're not stimulating that area, then it's going to be more like it's going to be more active, right? This is why do people relapse? Because it gets too active. So then, what sense does it make to think if I don't keep this continuously active, I'm going to lose it? Just review your own past history and experience. Is that what happens? If you start going on a streak, do you lose it? You know, I mean, you got to get through the withdrawals, and you got to get through this period of regeneration, so that then it comes back, and then when it comes back strong, and then you might start being attractive to like every single girl that you see. So what do you do then? What do you do when you're just attractive to every girl? You gotta keep some inner bearing. You gotta be aware of what's going on. You don't run from it though. It's the thing. This is balance. You don't run from it and lock yourself in a cellar or just don't look at girls anymore. This is what some of these aesthetic practices do, and I'm not a proponent of that. I tried it back in the day, and everyone else who I've seen try it, they look miserable. And that's not the path of transcendence, to run away from something that's stimulating you, or to be like the priests in the olden days and kill them, burn them, kill the thing that's stimulating you. That's what they do with the women. So you don't want to do that. You want to enjoy this play between the masculine, feminine force, but you just don't want to be taken over by it. How? You just stay conscious of what's going on. Be in your body, feel how that feels, pray, talk to whatever higher thing that you need to talk to, and just try to align yourself and keep you in your power. That takes some time to do that. That's a discipline, because we're not used to doing that. People are used to just being a slave to their habits and to their thoughts and to their urges. And so what do you think? That you're just gonna break that immediately? No, it takes some time. You're exercising your spiritual muscles now. It's different than going to the gym. You can exercise this all day long, but what about your inner muscle? This is what you want. That's much more important. Look at Gandhi, 110 pounds, strong, inwardly strong as death. I'll take that strength any day over the strongest man in the world, physical strength. What are you going to do with that? You're just, your bones and joints are going to break down later. You want inner strength. So you got to work at that. That's an evolutionary thing. But how do you work on it? You start. You just start. You be aware. You be aware of this strong, natural, biological tendency that pulls you toward the opposite sex. God made that happen. Otherwise, this planet wouldn't be populated. So he put that software in you. And now some of us were addicts, and we started to use this software as a means to escape how we feel inside. And so then we become more addicted, and then our mind got bent, and now we find it hard to stop with the whole perversion of the natural sexual instinct. So it takes a little time to get that back, you see, into balance. But if you don't start now, when are you going to start? You just start. If you fail, you keep going. Look at Donald Trump. What, he claimed bankruptcy like 4 times, and then finally he made it. I mean, there's so many examples of that where you have to fail to succeed, because there's so many, you can say, there's so much knowledge and wisdom in spiritual nutrition in your mistakes. That's the compost for the success. It's 2 sides of the same coin. Fail, succeed. It's not fail and then succeed somewhere else. It's the same thing. You can't succeed without failing. It's impossible. Now, am I giving you an excuse to fail? No, I think you're smart enough to know what I'm saying. You keep trying the best you can. And then if you fail, okay, there must be something here I need to look at. There's some lessons here. Let me get it. Let me understand. Let me try to understand. And if I can't understand, that's okay. Maybe I'll fail again and then I'll understand. Don't judge yourself. You do the best you can do. The fact that you're embarking on this journey that most people aren't, that's good. Okay? You keep honoring that. God put that desire in you to do that. He's going to see it through. Not you. Not your mind and self-will. It appears like we're doing something, but that's part of the matrix game. It's like if we created a puppet of ourselves because we didn't have a form, so we create this human form, and then we watch it. It fails and succeeds and has fun and suffers, but all the while we're watching it. We're not really suffering it. I'm getting into my spiritual channel now. You can see Spiritual Renaissance if you want to know more about that. All right, I'll talk to you soon.